Hello, hello. Welcome back to episode 34, The Get Back. We're grinding. Was able to go on a little run and jump back into the thousands. Let's look at my game history here. I think I went like 8-1 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-1 in my last 8. We'll take it. Big run. Played a little bit better chess. I think the key for me is right now, especially at this level, is play. I mean, it's tough. You want to play defensively sound. Try not to make the first mistake. Still develop. If you can, take control of the center. Wait for your opponent to make a mistake, and then counterattack at the right time. Chess is very timely. If you jump ahead because you see something and you want to capitalize, you can get hurt, because then it's like in boxing. If you throw a shot and now you miss, you're right in front of them ready to get clobbered. So you got to know when to throw that shot, set it up, and attack at the right moment. In chess, you could have everything set up perfectly. Have 3 pieces attacking one square, a check involved, and if you just take with the wrong piece at the run, or take with the right piece but at the wrong time, game over. You expose yourself. So you just got to know. You just got to be smart. I'm going to jump into some puzzles to start. My Wi-Fi is being a little skeptical this morning.
You can play checkmate soon. Do you see how?
Yeah, see, a lot of people might try and jump in. There's other options. You could check here and get a pawn, but you check here and then...
Very well solved.
Just look at everything. You don't need to capture or steal anything. See, that would have checked, but I would have hung it and lost my queen. Exact point that I was just trying to say.
Calculate and win my rook.
Win the rook. So I want to say... All right, this is that's my Wi-Fi cutting out. Just the song stopping right before the drop. Okay, calculate and win my rook. So there's obviously a check. Then I lose the rook. The only other check here is obviously lost. Someone's got me a little stumped. Here, because it's pinned. Sack the knight. And then he's forced to take the check, and then that's a... I'm going to try one. Oh, let's see the hint.
Force me to move my king and lose the right to castle.
Okay. And then it's just this, and then this.
Great play. Checkmate is waiting if you play carefully.
White to move. And there is a checkmate on the table, which is just right here.
Yes, indeed. You got it.
So you got a lot of... Obviously, that's not... Yeah, these are all defended. Slip that into just defend and also save their rook. But by doing that, they opened up a check or a mate and one. So they tried to save the rook. That happens a lot in game, where you come crashing in, you grab the pawn. Next move is that. And if their queen can't, they'll slide over the bishop. Everything's defended, right? You have some people get scared and run, but then there's mate and one, but they open up immediately.
Try to win my bishop. Do you see how?
Black to move, and I can win the bishop. Well, I think it's a check. A take. Grab. And right
Very
now,
well solved.
pawns on the right, pawns on the left to one pawn is huge because he's going to have to make a choice.
Calculate and win material.
So we do. No. See, I should have waited. Now, like, this is juicy.
Great play. There's a way to end this with checkmate.
Shout out to the one person tuning in. Appreciate you, or I'll be doing this to nobody for the moment. Okay. There's a way to end this with a checkmate. I think right here.
Great play.
So those two are defended. You can block, but it's just a means to an end. Actually, that's not a bad move because you would block. You would open up at least this square. Check. He comes out. You might be able to escape, but I don't think so.
Finish this puzzle off with a checkmate.
White to move. There's a check on the table. So can't come here. So it's going to be here. And then here.
Your eyes are sharp. Good work.
Thanks, David.
You have a checkmating idea. Can you find it?
Black to move. Well, I mean, it's just this. No?
3 in a row. Don't stop now.
All right, I won't. I'll keep it going. Just going to go puzzles till
My queen is vulnerable. Do you see a way to win it?
Let's see. White to move. I'm going to play puzzles until I jump into some games here, but I'll play puzzles until I mess one up. My queen is vulnerable. Do you see a way to win it? White to move. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just a... No, he can block. But that wouldn't be a way of winning the queen. Here? I feel like you... Okay, I'm not like... Don't like this song. It's the hardest part about royalty-free music is you gotta run with whatever they give you. All right. Okay, a way to win the queen now. Sure, I can take this. That's the only thing. I can't grab that. Oh, you sack the bishop and grab the queen.
Good solving.
That's big in this game, being down so many pieces.
Think about checkmate.
White to move. I think it's just right here. It's the only forced move for the time being. And then this would hang that. It's just here.
Wow, you're on fire.
Nasty. Walk him into a corner.
There's a way to end this with checkmate.
Black to move. Mate on the table. So there's obviously this. He can take. This is a check, which forces him down. Ah, right here. It's pinned. He's forced here. right?
Good work.
But he can still, the only thing is, sometimes they don't let you finish. I want to try and finish this mentally. So he can still run right here. Can't run there because of the knight, obviously. That's pinned, so he can't take it. But he can run here. So when he does, there's got to be something, which I guess is just this. Can't go there. Can't. Yeah. Okay. So just pawn up.
Oops. That's a blunder by me. Can you find out how to win material?
Blunder. Here. Here. It's a sack of the knight, but you're doing it for a bigger piece.
You're seeing everything. Excellent stuff.
Seeing everything. They know how to get you hyped up on this. When you do your puzzles and do your lessons, they reward you with some gratitude, some compliments.
Take a careful look at the board. Do you see a way to win material?
Take a look at the board. Do I see a way to win material? So there's this. Any other fork action? I mean, I could throw that here. That's a nasty fork too. I want to say that. Yeah. No, because then that's a fork and it's defended if he doesn't take it. Well, we're playing after this game. See the hint.
Try again and see what happens when you take my rook.
So
Good
I had the
solve.
right square, just moved at the wrong time, and that's a big thing in chess. Is it's all about sequence, it's all about timing, and with that sequence, with the right pieces, essentially. Like you can have it all set up and take with the wrong piece first, and then you leave something hung, undefended, a checkmate where it's a forced move, and then it moves you to a position where now it's undefended because you have to block with that piece. So it's all about sequence and timing. It's massive in this. Okay, we're gonna jump into some games. I'm on a little bit of a run, 7-1 in my last 8. Trying to keep it going. Shout out to the 2 people tuning in. I assume it's Facebook, but I can't see anything right now. So if you let me refresh this just in case. Should be showing that I'm live. All right. Yeah. Feel free to comment. Jump into the chat. Let me know where you're from. Okay. Game's already started, so that's good. We're down 30 seconds off rip. France. I knew that. I didn't have to check. Bring that clock back down. I spent 26 seconds on on E4. For anyone that's new to chess, and if you understand, you should at least understand you're opening to a point where you can get pieces developed, not stumped early, get them out in a proper way so you're not wasting time early, so you can use that time late game when you need it most. So here I'll just castle to be safe. There is other options. You can be a little more aggressive. I don't need a castle right now. I'm just going to play it a little more safe. All right, so he's jumping in. We are going to take. Double stack his pawns. I don't want him looking at my bishop. Now, open up this bishop as well. I'm most likely going to attack my bishop here, which I'm going to run out of room eventually. So it's where he's going to pull that other pawn down. And then we're going to end up on this square regardless. But let's see what Cecil wants to do, how he wants to play this game. If he pulls down these pawns, then it's kind of, he can obviously still castle on the queen side, but he's most likely going to look to develop this side then, which then it's more time. Time in chess is just moves. And sometimes you want to get, all right, so now I think he sees it, and he's going to look to get these pieces out, but this is still blocked. So what can we do in the meantime? Obviously get my bishop out, which is a big one. I want to get my knight out as well. I'm going to get my bishop out first. Let's get my bishop out this way. Put him on this diagonal. Look at this. Force him to bring another pawn down. Ah, pinned. No, we're good. For now. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Double stack in the center. He's going to grab with his queen, I believe, so it won't be a double stack. But he is pretty open right now and still 2 moves away from castling. This is a fun check. But he just brings that down. And no, it's not a fun check because then it's hung. I think we're going to look to... It does leave this pawn, but I think I'm just going to keep him back here and act as a defender. He ain't going nowhere today. He's going to be parked on the D3 square. I'm assuming he takes. If he doesn't, then that's kind of nice because I push my pawn up. This is at least... The D3 pawn is at least doing something. Okay. See where he wants to put that queen now. Or she. See so. So I want to get my pieces out, no doubt. I'm going to look for my knight first. Keep in mind that clock. Don't have to worry about it for the time being, but the way this game's going. Okay, so I don't mind letting that sit here because he can't immediately push down. He's got to deal with the threat from his queen. Gives me a little more time to develop even more. And there is a fun check here. Not currently, but let's see where he puts his queen. Or she. I got to stop labeling this person's gender. Okay. So now I can develop again. No. But we can attack with the pawn. Kind of open up my my rook file a little bit. Give him a space. Give my king a space. Is the thought there. You don't want to get the king too exposed, but by giving him at least a space to run if any checks do come flying down. Obviously not from the queen, but from anything else. Okay. So now another pawn push. Leaves this pawn exposed, but where does the bishop go? Has to go back to one of these 3 squares because he can't come forward. He's going to lose it. I want to keep this pressure up. I don't mind that. It does strengthen it a lot. I kind of like... like rook over because that is a check. I mean, if he takes with that, it's not. So I might go pawn up next. Check. Grab maybe the hung bishop. We got options here. Options are great in chess. I also do have to run to the washroom. Play this very defensively sound. I'm waiting on Seesoft to make a... Waiting on the Frenchman, the Frenchie, to make a mistake. Okay. So part of me does want to bring this up, right? If I bring this up, can't take, it's still defended. Then that's a check being defended. He takes, I take. I think we're going to get the bishop on this file like I was trying to do all game. Just to see what he does with this. I think your best bet is pawn up. This pawn is very exposed. Okay. Now, because he could have just taken this and then added a even bigger threat. So I did hang this pawn. Now I think we're going to jump in with the knight. Ask a question on where he puts this. Because I'm looking at this twice now. So even if he attacks this, that was, I think, the first mistake by me. Okay. Why am I not looking at it? Oh, big mistake. Okay, well, we're going to strengthen. I got to play a lot more defensively sound now. Can't let him in. Big mistake. How did I not see that one? Got some work to do now. Okay, we got to get these. I got to get the king active and off the back rank, or queen, sorry. So threaten that. Obviously, I'm not taking that. Looking at this pawn. It's a nice move. That's hung, though. So we can grab the bishop back. Is it safe before I do it? I think so. I think we're good. We have areas to run. We're now looking at this again, which he's looking at it twice, but so am I. It's a fight for this pawn. He's too far down. Absolutely massive get back there. Quality pawn push forward. We can't take. We can take. It would just be another sack. I think I'm going to look to... The thing is, if I bring him back, I just have to make sure I'm not getting stuck. No, what's going on here? I don't want... I'm trying to get an update right now. Okay, well, I got to watch my clock. I think we're just going to tuck it back down. We tied the game. I really got to watch the clock. This is going to an end game, most likely. Seesoff is very defensively sound. Okay. I can go here, but he would just pawn push forward. I can go here and offer a queen trade. Then it double stacks my pawns. So we're going to bring him back. Keep him off the back rank. I think bishop here, then bishop over. We got to get a little bit of a plan going because the clock's swaying in his favor or her favor for the time being. All right. We are staring rooks in hand. It's a standoff right now. Who wants it? Have to make sure everything's covered for the time being. We're defended twice. I don't think I want that trade yet. I do want to look maybe here. If he takes, I take. My bishop. His bishop's a lot more active than mine right now. I think here. He can't come in with his queen just yet. Right here would be fine. So now I'll just take. Okay, so we're going to look to just take. It's most likely going to be an endgame. I can't lose too much time. I'm already down a minute now, so I got to play a little bit quicker. Okay, well, I have to. I want to go here, but then it's completely hung. I think we're going to look. The time is kind of scary right now. What do I want to do? I think take this diagonal for now. Then it's going to be pawn, pawn, I think. At least just freeze this side. I really got to keep in mind the clock, because it's going to come down to most likely a pawn pushing endgame. I think we offer to trade queens because I got 4 on this side. The only thing that's not nice about that, which I'm just going to see, I got to move faster. With a take here, it does give this guy a little bit of range, and he's 3 away. But I'm immediately going to bring my king up. Keep him on a dark square. Okay, the clock's coming back. Making Seesoft think. Just big. We're taking this no matter what if he trades. So to wait and then trade, I'm assuming he's going to try and find a square. Okay. Now I got to get my bishop active. I don't want to hang this pawn to start, so we're going to go here. I am on a light square. I just have to come in. If you don't want this on a light square, if the king's on a light square as well, because then there's pins. I think I want to jump in. It's obviously defended. I just got to get my my king a little more active and a little scarier, because that's then a check and grab. So at least I can break up this side. I'm on a dark square. He can't get in anywhere with his queen, which is massive for the time being. Immediately, my next move is check and take. So where's he going to put that queen? I'm kind of forcing his queen. He can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. He can go here, but then it's, you know what I mean? It's queen trade regardless. If he puts it anywhere for a trade, I'm trading. Okay, it's a nice move. I got to get my bishop active now, because that'll be a check. Once I pawn, take, check, keep this on a dark square. So we're bringing the clock down in my favor right now, which is the plan, because this is going to be a sweaty endgame. It's going to make for Seesoft to hopefully make a mistake before I do, and at a more detrimental time. So that's 100%. His best move is probably to push forward, because then I can't even check. And it's going to make it a little more difficult to bring my bishop out. So I'm going to go here, then here. Brought the clock down a bunch. I don't know if they even see it, because they're not even moving that fast right now. You just got to play your opponent. Chess is massive. Like, if you can see this guy's taking his time playing defensive, then you do too, because you got to save your clock for that endgame. Okay. So now that's a pin. Pin and potential take. I'm looking at both these. I don't think he can defend both with his queen. So I think that's the first mistake by him. I'm getting a pawn, and a pawn is huge in this game because it breaks up this side. Okay, so I can't even grab that one. That was a nice move. We're going to reroute and look for a check here, because then it exposes the bishop a little bit. It's a nice move. Defensive once again. Oof, we almost put it on the wrong square. Okay, so we're going to check, and I think it might potentially leave a hung bishop. I think we grab this. He's looking at somewhere here. He can't go here. He can go here for sure. Okay. Scary, kind of. I can check. I gotta take my time a little bit on this one. That's a take and that's a mate, but then it gives him this. I've let him in with the queen now. Just a little scary. Repetitive check, potentially. I'm going to look for a check next, just to see. Okay. Kind of saved me there. Won't be... I mean, I guess he can come through, but then we're gonna run it up. Okay. See how he answers. I probably should have grabbed this. At least just block him from any BS. I'm gonna grab both my pawns, but the timing is just too late. I think I'm just gonna sack my queen just for fun to see what he does. There's not enough time. And we played against our opponent. I didn't even have to sack my queen. I just felt like it would throw him off a little bit in whatever game plan he had. And we'll take that dub. Take it to the bank. I'm going to run to the washroom quick. 8-1 in my last 9. All right. Big win. Play your opponent. Let's jump back into it. Game number 2. Keep this streak alive. Brazilian. Biel. Well, whenever I see this, whenever I see, what is that, E4? Yeah, I immediately play the Caro. And if they're good, I play the advanced and bring that pawn down even further. If not, they take, I take, which is fine. Okay, so nice. In this situation, I think I'm going to bring my bishop out and then look to bring my knight out on this, on the opposite side. Because I'm going to castle on my my queen side, which is the play. So we're going to defend it. Okay, that's a free pawn. I might as well. You got to be a good pawn grabber with the Caro-Kann. Play defensive, but when you can, defensive. When you can, look for pawns. Okay. So I'm gonna get this bishop out and also pin the knight. This is a fun skewer early in the game. I should have done it on the last one. I think I'm going to take just so I can find that skewer. Ah, he noticed it. Oh, he moved too quick. So this guy's aggressive and moves fast. I think we're just going to take it so we don't have to worry about running out of here. Now, we just play defensively sound. I think we bring the knight out. What square? It's usually better on this one. And if he played better, he would have. I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. It's such a weird setup that he's got going on. I have so many options. Just got to play this smart. This is a very winnable game. What side do I want to castle on? I don't like this side just because it inevitably is going to pawn push and it's going to open it up. So I do like my queen side. There's just more moves to it. I don't mind this just to see, like, what are his thoughts? Because that is a hung pawn. So it makes him move at least in a defensive manner. But this guy's very aggressive and fast. I like to highlight him just so I don't forget. Sometimes I'll do a couple moves and then honestly forget what I was trying to accomplish in the first place. I don't have pre-move set. Normally that would be a pre-move. If I clicked on both, I think. If you go right click, then. But obviously I'm not going to pre-move my queen because he could defend that with multiple different things. I think his best bet is get the bishop a little more active. That defends it. And the rook defends it, and it just gets you more developed and gets your bishop into the game a little bit more. Big start to this game. We should go 2-0 on the stream. I'm up a rook and a pawn. He does have both his bishops still on the table, so I am looking to trade. And trade faster than not, just because there's more pieces on the board. When you're trying to trade late, it's a little bit easier for them to maneuver around and there's not too many forced trades. He's taking his time now. I would too after moving too quick and hanging a rook. So. Shout out to the couple people tuning in. Appreciate you. Great track. I'm starting to learn some of this royalty-free music. It's an app with like 50,000 songs that you can use for like streaming and videos and whatnot because they give the rights away by obviously taking a little bit of money from whatever this company's called. I think it's called Epidemic Sound. He's really thinking. I mean, he might just. Some people, like, when they're down, could just bleed out the clock. I've done it before. I don't do it anymore because it's just like, why, bro? You learn when you lose too. Like, I wouldn't waste this time. I would just attempt to fight back. You lose, game review, and see where you made the mistake. But I mean, it's pretty obvious. He just hung his rook and castled too quick, not knowing where I was going to put mine. Never early on, like, you can pre-move when it's a forced move. Or when you knew like that was your plan of attack, but moving too quick early on in the game when you don't know where your opponent's going to put a piece, like it's just a recipe for disaster. Yeah, but I used to do this where I'd bleed the clock out in hopes that maybe they like leave or aren't paying attention. And the thing is, normally after 2 minutes, and it's already been 3, it says auto abort in 30 seconds. So he's clicking the pieces and staying active on his side to keep the clock moving. So I think he's going to. Either he's going to cook something up crazy or he's just bleeding out the clock in hopes that I'm not paying attention. So that when he moves with like a couple minutes left, then I bleed my clock out completely because I'm just sitting here thinking it's over. Shiesty move either way by Beal. I was there at some point. I would rather fight, try and find a win. If you lose, use this time to game review. do puzzles, lessons, like anything. Learn as opposed to hoping it. In chess, you should never hope and pray. It's not a game of chance. It's a game of strategy, execution. So he let the clock bleed 5 minutes and then pushed the pawn down. So this is a free pawn. Do I fall for the trap? I think there's not even a trap. Because this also. So I'm assuming he would start playing now because he knows I'm not going anywhere. That was hilarious. 4 minutes. After playing so fast, he waited 4 minutes to push the G pawn. Who knows? Who knows what this guy's thinking? Now this is also hung pawn now too. So I mean, his best move is probably getting the bishop out. All right, not a terrible move. Now we can stack and keep that pinned. Just kind of gets me out of danger if I want to run. And then a pawn push is pretty nice. Okay, well, that's crazy. Now he's going to open up my... I got a castle. It always scares me when I don't castle immediately. Shout out to the one loyal viewer, if it's the same person. No one's active in the chat today, but I appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully you're learning something. So right now in this position, I should look to get my... I don't like putting my knight here because it's double stacked, so I might just... that's another... No, where everything's still pretty neat and tidy. This unstacks my pawn. So you could move it up, sure. But then it's got an en passant on the table, which is... It took me a while to learn that. You can only... It's this piece. If you get a piece down 5th rank or vice versa, down on the 4th rank on this side. If I push this up, right? Technically, pawns can only move 1, and 2 on the first move. But if I push this up, he can take that pawn in a weird way. It's called the en passant. You can look it up. So I'm going to throw it here. It does expose this. First, I'm going to bring this out. Then I'm going to do this to double defend it and double attack that. So he's almost forced. And then I'm going to unstack my pawns and look the castle on the queen side. We're killing him on time, killing him on pieces. There's no reason I should lose this game. All right. He left. GG's Belil. Brazil in the house. All right, 9-1. 9-1 the last 10. We're moving. 2-0 on the stream. I'm going to game review this one. I don't think it's really... He made a lot of mistakes. I just want to see how many blunders, how many mistakes I had, because they still happen, even in a game like this when you think he played.
You had a nice tactical find in this game. Let's review.
All right, not a single mistake, not a single miss, not a single blunder. That's rare on my part, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know what happened there. But that is very rare on my part. 80%, so there's still, I missed great moves and brilliant moves. But I played nice and tight. I played the Carl.
You might expect this for... I think all responding to... Good. This is the best way to continue in the Caro Kann.
He played the advance.
Gaining a space advantage with their pawn.
Variation against it, which is nice because it makes you either bring this up, but then you lock in this bishop. So I like to get this bishop out first, which I threw him on the, what is that, A, B, C, D, E, F. I threw it on the F5 square. I got to get better with memorizing the squares. It makes it a little bit easier for sure, but yeah, the F5. And then I look to do this to open up my other bishop. Just want to develop, take control of the center, keep everything defended. It's a good game. GG's. Let's get right into the next one. See if we can go 3-0. Oh, that was a fast move. We're going to play the Carl again. I always play the Carl against an E4. So let's see. He's most likely... Oh, okay. I mean, I'm thinking next he pushes that down. Right? And if we want, it's kind of pointless. He does block my exits on this side, so I might even what do I want to develop first? Do I take keep it all open? I think that's the best case scenario. Let's see what he wants to do. I'm already down 40 seconds, which should not have spent that long in that first move. Okay. So now if I can defend that piece, which is, I'm going to go knight out next. Actually, we'll pin. Force a, okay. Let's get the other bishop active. Let's keep that pin. Because if I can sneak it down here, then that's a fork. Yeah, okay. So this is wonderful. That's also hung or a fork. Okay, he moved it at the right time. I think we're going to throw it into the mix now. I want to throw it here. He's obviously going to take. He's not going to give me that. So I kind of want to actually... I can still take that. So we're still good. We're still good. I think we're going to take it. Defend that again. I think we just bring it back for now. Keep this defended. Sure, he can have it if he wants, but I'm going to develop this. I think I'm going to castle on the king's side. So I did leave it open. I have to move my queen. I think this is a better square. Get to run it back. I'm going to castle just to be safe instead of running around all over the map for the time being. This guy's very quick, very aggressive, knows what he's doing. I'm going to play a little more defensively sound and look for a mistake on his part. Okay, so sure, he's looking at it, what? Two times, but once he moves this, 3 times. I'm going to go here and here. That is a check that I have to keep in mind. That is a fork, which is nasty. Gave him that. That's what happened when you let the knight in early. You can't let that knight come in. It's never going to be fun for you. I can promise you that. So we want to force this guy. If he pulls this up at any point, I'm going to take on this as a check and take. I guess, you can always defend it. All right. Well, I think that's a mistake. No, because it defends it with the queen. we attack? Oh, he's just going to grab that. That was the worst move I probably could have done. If he runs, it'd be incredible, but there's no way. It's double defended. He's going to be looking right at my queen. We are making this very difficult on ourselves. Got to get the queen more active. My mistake in this game was letting that knight get in too early because he can jump around. It's one of the pieces that if you let it break in onto the 5th and 6th rank, that's why you got to keep it a little more neat and tidy. So we're looking at this. I'm now able to get the pawn a little bit deeper. Is there anything better? I don't want him to unstack that. Oof. Before I do that, that's also a check and a grab if I can get him off that file. We're just going to keep pushing forward. I think we're going to bring the rook over to get him into play. He's dead there, dead there. He's safe there, but then, okay. It's probably the best square for it. Then looks at the only check. You bring it back, threaten the one pawn that's anywhere far. I feel like this guy's going to make a mistake at some point, and I got to be there for it. So that's free. And I still keep this defended. My only safe space further back, which I don't mind, to be honest. I think I'm going to keep him on this file because if I were to ever push this up, okay, which is going to be right now. Is it pinned? What's going on? It's a discover. Tuck him into the corner. Got to watch out because he's staring at my knight. We got to get this this bishop off the table here. Force a queen move. No, because he's looking at. You gotta watch out because this is a check and that's a check. Can I even save it? Here? Scary hours right now, I'll tell you that. So obviously by opening this up, he's not going to he's going to check me there. I run back. If he checks me again, I can still defend it. So I think we're going to get this on that file. He's going to check me here. I'm going to run. Obviously that's free then, which is a little scary. It could be a means to an end, but this is incredible. I'm going to get his queen and be able to defend. That's the mistake. See, wrong sequence. He could have had a free knight. Yes. Oh, he made the mistake at the right time. 3-0 on the stream, 10-1 in the last 11. That was huge. I'm going to game review that for sure because I did not deserve that. I played very sloppy in the beginning, but I've almost baited him into a mate there. That's the thing is if they're aggressive like that, and they're setting something up, you can almost play in a way where you're enticing them to still shoot for it. Like the only way I was saved in that, I'll explain it too, because sorry, that was incredible. I made some mistakes earlier, so there's definitely gonna be some blunders and mistakes.
Nice win. Let's review it
Still,
together.
though, not terrible. Two misses. Misses are fine. I mean, you should. Yeah, just didn't capitalize. 3 mistakes. 11 best. He had 1 great for sure, and then obviously the big blunder at the end. But we're gonna go right to that ending, and then I'll go back. That was incredible.
Strong. A clear recapture. You won.
No.
They've created
I
a chance
knew
to
he
fork
was
your
coming.
pieces and
The
win
scary thing
material if
is,
they continue
I
correctly.
had to move this.
They are
This is
threatening to
just a
checkmate
mate.
the king.
That's just a mate. I can't go there, and I can't go here, and it's defended, right? So by knowing that, I had to get my bishop off the table, and I almost wanted to seem like I'm forcing him to still move. By throwing my bishop here like I did,
You stopped your opponent
Right?
from being able to checkmate the
it
king.
looks at his queen, so he's got to continue on with what he was doing. He can't just – so he shifted one move too early. And this was still a fine move because he's going to win a knight. If he took that knight and then came down, I think it was a win because he would take that knight, right? He could check me on the next turn. If I took, I think that's a mate. Oh, no, because everything's still – I'm still semi-defended. But I just knew once I tucked this into the corner, and if he didn't take it, I had the knight to protect him and sandwich him in this corner. You need 2 pieces. You can't just check with one. Maybe one, depending on obviously the defense on the other side.
Your opponent set up a fork, which will win your knight.
Look, he's up 5.8. Like I'm screwed. I'm surprised there's no mate on the table. I mean, that's still impressive defense on my part. I thought for sure there'd be even like a mate in 5, or I've seen some crazy ones like mate in 11. But this is where he made the mistake. I obviously tucked myself into the corner.
This was the only move.
My only move. Couldn't do anything else. But by not taking this, right? If he takes this, he's looking even better. But by checking me,
The queen is left hanging, letting you
massive
grab it
blunder, brought it
immediately.
even. And
They
only
missed a
even.
chance to cap. You won material by
queen.
capturing that queen.
He obviously grabs my rook, but I get a queen for a rook, which in this game, being down a piece, just leveled it out instantly,
A clear recapture.
right? And I think he thought he had a win. Like he thought this was a back rank. But because he didn't take the knight, I was able to slip in on the G-square, create a little almost like panic room that I'm trapped in, saving myself,
This was the only move.
right? And now it's still an even game. That's why I find it wild that he resigned immediately.
You are now able to win a pawn through an eventual fork.
Well,
They overlooked the critical move.
It's a
Not spending
pretty
enough
bad
time to spot
blunder
it.
for sure, but what's the pawn move here? And then I can win that pawn, regardless of what happens. I mean, he can push it over, but
You are now able to win a pawn through an eventual fork. They overlooked the critical move, not spending enough time to spot it.
he did what he had to do. But he still, you need that somewhere on this file to find a mate. I'm gonna be able to move that up, run, and he still had huge clock, so I would have played that out for sure. Like he had 2 rooks and a bishop to my queen, bishop, and knight. Like I'm definitely in a better position for sure. Like you can see the valuation there, but you play that out always. Like, yeah, you made a mistake. Don't get too tilted. But I will take that win and run. Now let's see where I made the mistake early.
This was the only move.
I played the Caro fine.
F3. Their knight.
This was a
You weakened
mistake.
your king and blocked your knight by pushing that pawn.
Yeah, so I probably should have gone knight first. The only thing I don't like about going knight first is this pawn push forward strengthens his. He gets further down in the center. It's still defended. And then I have to just jump around again with my knight. So let's see what the best would have been.
E6 supports the
pawn.
D5 pawn and
Okay,
allows
so
the dark squared
I gotta
bishop to
I gotta
develop.
just not be scared to trap my bishop in the beginning and just look for a stronger hold. So it's that first and then look to develop. Because yeah, you can still push forward, but it's just stronger and a little more defensive on the back end.
E6. You strike. They bring out this pin holds. They bring out their knight and develops the bishop and supports the center. A good choice. Their best option was to strike at the center with a pawn. This moves your bishop to a safer. They played one of the best moves here. Your best move was to develop a knight and attack the center.
So
They played one of the best moves here.
Brought out the knight, so I at least could defend that again. Because we're kind of fighting for this. He grabs this. We're a little more stronger, and we can keep pushing for it. I let him get this knight in early, and that's what crushed me. All right. Couple big wins to start the stream. Thanks, dude. I don't know. That was a lucky one. We're going to keep moving forward. Black again? Holy, 3 in a row. I could have played something different. I rushed into that one, but we're going to continue on with the Caro. Okay. So now I think we develop the bishop. Throw a pin on it. It's even better pin now. Here, and then get my knight in early. Most likely he's going to bring this up. Okay. So now that the bishop's out, strengthen my center. Now I don't mind this pawn push because it gets this bishop out, and it's just both bishops deep early can be scary. I just have to keep in mind if I can get a pawn here to that fork, right? If he moves this, that's a queen. So is there a better way? Honestly, knight sack early. I'm hoping for a take here, which is best case scenario. I mean, you can't really hope and pray, but it gets my knight in. It's anchored for the time being. So he sees it for sure. I'm going to run here because if he pushes down again, we can defend even more. Yeah. Lock that in there. So I think, okay, now if he takes, we're going to just take it because if he takes, okay, he took with the right piece. We're going to grab. I don't want to dance around anymore. Now, here, bishop out, castle on this side. This is the plan. All right. He's letting me just, can't come anywhere here. He's going to have to move back, which it's always, if you can force him back, now we're going to get the bishop out. Can't really go anywhere. I can land him on this, but then it's going to be a take. Is that fun? I guess this is going to be a very quick game and end game. We are trading everything. Take here. I just don't mind because it double stacks his pawns. Yeah. So now we castle. We block. And we castle. Because of how strong I am in the center, it's going to take him a lot of moves to come down. So we're going to castle. The only thing is, by taking this, it unpins me. I might just... We do have options. If I let him have that, I think I'm going to go h3 to start. Or sorry, a6. I'm on the opposite side. a6. If he takes... I'm going to take it. This opens up my my file eventually if I'm able to get this pawn off. We're going to castle now to get that pin so I can free the knight. Free my guy knight. Yeah, it was a nice one. Honestly, to James's comment, you can bait people in when you know what they're looking for. You can play in a way where it's like, oh, you can seem like you're acting defensively. You don't know exactly what they're looking for because he had 2 very scary mate squares there late in that game, and I only had one move, and I just took advantage of it because he should have grabbed that knight. I would have been in for a world of disasters if he took that knight. Okay, so that's an eventual check. I think we're going to go now the a6 and then b5 to get rid of this queen. Because here, he won't be able to go here from the knight, or here he's going to have to retreat. We got to attack on the opposite side. Keep this nice and protected. Okay, that's fine, because if I take this, and then it's kind of a skewer, depending on how he wants to do it. And This is kind of fun. He's obviously trying to block this square, right? But by here, I take. He can grab it, yeah, but then there's a check here. Take. We got options, to be honest. You want to see moves ahead. There's also a check with the queen, so I think I'm gonna give him that. Right now, if I check him here, okay, he's forced up. And if I check here, I will eventually have to move that. The only nice thing about this check is it gets my my knight. And if I jump in with my knight first, because it's defended here, that's a check. That's a check. Does block my my route. I think we're gonna look. He moves up. I take. He takes. I really don't mind. I think here first. I don't know why I think here first. It gives another person to the party. And I want to say this next. Can't castle because it was, I think he already did. This next, because then it forces him here, right? And then that's an inevitable take. Just need to find somewhere in with my my queen now. This is a fun check too, to be honest. Okay, he synced it, but now this, I like. I think his best bet is here. But then I check, I think, with my queen, because it's going to be a lot more damage if I can get it. All right. It's a fun check. This is actually an even more fun check. I think I want to kick. Okay, first we're going to go here, because it gets him out of harm's way, forces a check. Potential discover unless he runs into the corner. He runs there. We do have a lane open here as well, and I'm very safe. I do want to get this rook active, but then it opens up a back rank, which is a little scary. Okay, now I do kind of want to. What does this do? The question is he can't throw it here. It's a very fun check. I think I do it now. I could be wrong. He can't back rank me because it's defended by the. I think I'm gonna try it. I mean, I would love if he just took it. Can't check me because it's there. It's a little scary, but next I'm gonna do, I think, the h6. Give myself some room. Got to keep mine on the clock. I'm down 2.5 minutes for sure. It's defended. I want to give him that file, to be honest. I think I'm going to now. Defend with my queen. Get him a little more active. We're taking advantage of this square. That's now a mate in one. No, it's not. I can still run, but it's scary. And you can't just push up. You have to push this up. A lot of people make the mistake and they attack, right? But it can jump. I think we'll move the F pawn. No, what am I doing? This pawn, sorry. To block that knight move is pointless because you can't jump in anywhere now. We don't want that knight back in. I remembered from last game. A lot of people make the mistake and attack the knight, and then it's just as scary. Okay. And if I went now, what does he do? The only thing is, I don't know if we want that. I think here, I think we sack another pawn because it opens up this, which I can take with that, and then there's some scarier threats. So I'm going to sack a pawn, I think. I think it's the only play here. He's still going to take, I believe, at some point, because it opens up his rook file, which is even scarier. But it just brings in another defender, and I attack the queen also. So now we got to look to... We're just going to clear that for now. I'm assuming he takes this. The best bet, I think, is take this, because even if I come in with this, he won't be able... I mean, he could. It's not a check, so we're fine. I think he would look to take this. So if I don't know. We got to make some options here. Okay. I don't know if that was the right move. Check. I think I have to be aggressive here. That threatens this, which is going to be a check and grab on the knight. I need to get rid of this knight. He's scaring me. And I think he has to defend this. Because if not, then there's some serious... I just got to be a little aggressive because of the clock and create some madness and badness combination. He's most likely to defend that, which is kind of what I want. I want a rook here because then this is a check and I can grab the hung knight, which is massive this late in the game. And it's also hopefully another check involved here. This is still defended, which is incredible. Okay, he seen it, but now this is even scarier. That's eventually hung. And I think if he traps himself in a spot here, there's a mate. I think that's just mate. Come on. Come on. 4-0 on the stream or what? Like, let's go. And 11-1 in my last 12. Nasty. Nasty. There were so many. See, I think that was a great move late. Oh. Let's analyze it. See how many mistakes I made early.
You executed a great checkmate attack,
anything
capitalizing on your advantage to secure
right now,
victory.
Especially in a game that lasted that long and got into the last like 2-3 minutes for me. I am happy with anything above 70%. I keep hitting the mic. Definitely a blunder. 2 greats though, and I want to say that's late. Let's see.
You followed it. This move develops this
All
lets your
book
bishop
moves so far.
Repeating moves with the same piece can delay your progress in the game.
When I said that when I was streaming, it was a hope and a prayer. Like I was praying. I don't even know at this point what I was praying for. I was like, oh, he might take, then I take, and oh, that's what it was. And then I take, and I'm looking at this one as well, and I'm hoping he just moves it so it opens up his queen. Like that was the whole, but I was hoping. You can't hope in chess. I learned that from the greats. The amount of videos I watch, you can't hope and pray. You got to execute and make force moves, and if not, play defensively sound for them to make a mistake and then force it.
A good choice.
I
No
ran.
surprise, you had to
I
move
don't
your
mind this
bishop to
square here
safety.
because it keeps it's a double defense on the knight.
This move gives you the opportunity to win their pawn.
How?
Your better option was to reveal an attack on the bishop. You permitted the... With this move, the bishop comes under sudden pressure.
You win a pawn, but you sack? Because, like, I guess it prevents him from not castling, but still, like, the sacks that early kill me. I mean, it is a knight.
With this move, the bishop comes under sudden pressure.
Yeah, but it's not once you do that. Oh, but then it's a hung bishop. See? And then your bishop's deep. Very deep.
Nice find. You found the only move in this position.
So that's what I mean. Certain sacks you only see at a certain level. Like when you get into the 15s, 2000s, that I didn't even see that. I was like, oh, I'm just going to give up.
This move gives you the opportunity to win their pawn. This move gives you the opportunity. With this move, the bishop comes under sudden pressure.
And if he does deal with this, you grab a bishop, and you're up a bishop early for a knight.
A straightforward recapture.
That's nasty.
No surprise, you had to move your bishop to this move. Recapture. You trade off a straightforward recapture. This move, they had an opportunity. This move loses a pawn.
It's a mistake, eh?
This move loses a pawn. This offers an equal trade of pieces.
Okay, I like that too. It gets my queen off the back rank, more central position, more threats.
This offers you're kicking their queen out of a useful square.
Strengthen that middle and brought it to a dead even game.
This move puts their queen. This offers a trade to your opponent. They exchange a logical capture. They've improved the position. You block the check from an opposing queen. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move. That was an even swap of material. A clear recap. Opposite castling. Your opponent, nice, definitely the right move.
So we had a big lead here.
This central challenge forces you to react. You're launching a roll. Their move is losing material. By moving, you recapture the piece. A straightforward recapture. This move is okay, but not what I would have played.
What's the best? Was it a check?
Now black can win material by trapping a piece with the right continuation.
Oh, okay. So let's see. He's got to go to a perfect square.
This adds pressure by pinning a knight. Trapping that queen will win you material.
Yeah, so I guess he can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Because he loses. I take for a rook. Can't go here. Can't go here, can't go here. But, like, he could have just ran. That's what I don't... Sometimes...
Now black can win material by a straightforward... This move is okay. They played a straightforward recapture. You recapture them. Great, you've developed their king. You had a better option, but this is not bad.
What was a better option than that?
Black's piece has moved to a square with greater activity and control.
That's sequence. Sequence is massive.
Black, great. You had they moved. This move lost the advantage, and now you stand equal.
And just like that, instead of, and that's why sequence is huge is massive in chess, because I did the exact same move one move later, and it was a million times worse. Like, it just brought the game back to dead even. Like, that's crazy.
They moved. Your best move was to win a tempo by threatening a queen. This is the only good move. Yeah. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen.
One after, I think. Let's see.
You prevent. You get it. This move leaves one of your pawns hanging for free. Nice find.
Found it here.
You found you are now able to win a pawn through with the right follow-up moves. They had a nice fork.
That was the greatest move of the game. I threatened a lot of checks. I threatened a check here and a knight, which he obviously tried to save. I threatened a check here. Just when you have multiple options on a check, you can't defend both, especially when the queen's this far over. The only piece you can potentially defend both with is the queen. And I saw his queen kind of trapped in this corner, and that's defended. And this is anchored. So eventually,
you get a chance to force
eventual for mate in two, and I found that mate in two, which was huge. He tried to block the pawn to save the knight, and by doing that, she lost the game. Slim pack.
You have a clear path to a forced checkmate. Just find the right move.
No matter where you go. So you can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, right? Or here, or here. Only two squares lead to a mate in one. Goes here, same square. Goes here, same square. Went here.
They move their king. Always feels nice to win.
Feels great to win. That was a fun game. Let's keep it going. Finally got white, which is huge. Egypt. My new family doctor is from Egypt. Okay. Kind of want to. It's kind of a hope and a prayer, which I probably shouldn't have. Okay. Which is definitely what I want. I can win a queen in this scenario if he moves this knight. Okay, so now I win the knight regardless. He gets it back for sure. I can't jump it out of the way and defend this at the same time. But I can. No, because I would lose a queen. We'll do this. It's pinned. Taking it regardless next. He's double stacked in the corner. Okay. All right. Get him off the pin now. It's the wrong move. We are threatening, very, very, very threatening on that c7 for mate in one if we can move his queen. This is going to be the rook over. I want to connect the rooks, but it does take time. This guy's a GM. Okay, that's not a terrible move. We are going to look to... There's some better moves here, because here just loses. I grab that. He develops. And I'm losing a pawn. I want to say... Here... Yeah. Okay, well, let's... No, because there's no point in threatening yet. I think here first, then pawn up to potentially fork. Okay. I don't see the vision. Unless he's going here next. But then that's a mate. So I think we're going to let him have it. It's not a mate. He's able to run this back. Let's keep this and not allow it to happen. Keep it all neat and tidy. Keep the threats on. Next is rook over. The fun part about this is like if I can find a dangerous square for this. It's not a bad move. He's grabbing another pawn. Worst case. I think I got to get the knight out of the way. I think that's the best move here. I think knight to here. Because if he really wants that, I'm grabbing that. And then there's some scary shit. So I think he's forced to trade queens, I believe. If he doesn't, then there's a world of opportunities waiting. Got to keep this undefeated streak alive. I'm giving him some pawns early, which, I mean, it's only one, granted, and he's double stacked, so it keeps, I think, the valuation pretty even. You got to trade queens here. If he doesn't trade queens here, he's in for a world of hurt because we're going to take with the knight. That's going to be hung after. We're going to take with that, which is a check. Okay. This is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal. We got a rook and a bishop for a knight. The best part is that checks him. Forced into the corner. You had to take the queen. In that scenario, you have to take the queen. Because I was also threatening the rook. And I even made a mistake still. Like, that's insane. That was maybe, and I felt like I did. I felt like I jumped the gun a little bit. Let's game review this too. I'm going to keep game reviewing. I think it's helping me a lot for sure. Absolutely massive. That was like a 9-move win, I feel like, which is wild that I still made a mistake, but you do. I jumped
Well done pouncing on that free piece.
75% again. One miss. I even had a miss. Unbelievable. Let's see.
A classic first move, which even if the opponent starting with the
Played the
Rui
Rui,
Lopez, you're
which I
threatening your
thought was
undefended
pretty
pawn
crap.
and developing the
I
knight.
like it earlier, but
You are forcing your opponent to double a straightforward. You had a better option, but this is not
the
bad.
knight first because then I think when I take that, I'm going to be able to defend in a way where I keep the.
They are threatening to win a pawn. Usually, it's better to
So
develop
this
other pieces
for me,
before
the most fun is if they do move this. Like for instance, you're like, oh, I'm under pressure. I'm going to move it, right? You throw it anywhere. This keeps it defended. The best part, this is a fun little queen trap. You bring
This permits the opponent to.
and by doing that, it's a discovered check. So he has to deal
Your
with
move wins a queen
right?
using a discovered check.
And the only way to not lose that queen next, like if you block with anything else, you're losing that queen. You try and block with that, and you win it regardless. It's a very, very fun little trick early.
You won material by capturing a
more in
queen.
the thousands, but
Usually, they are threatening to win a pawn. Usually, they're better. Good job. This is the only good move.
great move. And I think he knew that, obviously, that sequence, because I can't, even if you try and save this, then you hang your queen. So you just have to, you got to lose the knight too.
Your bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. They play. You take back. Queenside castling becomes available for your opponent here. Castling kingside helps to complete your. You get it. You had an
Yes.
You had an opportunity to win material through a skewer. That X-ray attack will win material for white.
One further. Come on. You can't block it. Bishop's in the corner. I'm winning the rook earlier. You got to see the skewers, especially when it's a queen and a rook. Way higher material, and it's defended, so you don't even lose it, which is crazy. And I throw
You get
one
You
shot.
had an opportunity to win material through a
I'm up
skewer.
a piece too. That would have been even bigger.
Their move is losing material. Your best move was to reveal an attack on the rook. You allowed the opponent to win it. A discovered attack from white targets the rook.
Discover. He has to deal with this, which then I would have doubled up or something. I've been attacking this again, which there's no other thing to defend it with once he moves that rook. So you're looking at the bishop then.
Their move. You had an opportunity to win material. Their move is losing. Your best move. Their better move was to win a. Your better option was to move a rook to a more active.
Another
position.
mistake.
By stacking pieces, white improves
Thing is,
coordination.
I was very scared of him bringing this here, right? Because if you take, that leaves a world of scary. Like obviously, I'm still fine in this scenario, and it's usually better because when that rook's here, if I do push up or take, I mean, if I push up, you're getting a rook. And I think he put it on the wrong square because he couldn't hear. Okay, so I mean, it was just
Their better move was to. Your better option was to move a rook. This is the only move that works. They exchange. You calmly step the knight out of trouble.
right here. It's even, dead even, which is hilarious. But I get the knight involved. I get him out of danger. I'm threatening the rook. And in this scenario, you have to, as black, take. And I would take, and now we're double looking at this. You just move the rook out of safety.
A clear recapture.
And then it's like, it's game on, right?
This move puts the rook on a safer square.
Playing pawn here, which is hilarious. It's going to lose a pawn, I guess. So you just move it up first and then develop the rooks.
This is a fine move. You calm.
Didn't.
They left their rook open for capture.
Wondered here.
You captured a vulnerable
check,
rook.
and then that's
Good job. That's what I would have played
number
too.
one. And then the means to an end is just because he's got to deal with this. So he's obviously, I mean, your best is probably to bring it out more, but that's scary also because any of this. And then he's forced back. Oh, then that's a mate.
Your opponent has no escape.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of nasty.
This was the only move.
Fun one. Let's go again. I think 12-1. My last 13. An American, Mr. Llama Lover. Mr. Llama Lover. Hey. Mr. Llama Lover. Hey. All right. Well, you stumped me. Just kidding. I think I'm just gonna play the Caro again, to be honest. It's gonna be stuck in my head now. Mr. Llama Lover. Hey. See how they want to play. A little more aggressive, a little more passive. It's a fun square just because if he does threaten, we're looking at it already 3 times. There's some options there, but I'm not going to do it. Open up the next bishop file. That's a pin, which is kind of fun. See how Llama Lover reacts. Yeah, the right thing to do. Still pin, which I mean, I would throw it here. Because now if we do want, so if I jump in with this, he can't even take. I think I'm going to. We're gonna castle on the. It's been helping me on the king side, tucking it in this corner. I've played some better games. On an absolute tear right now. I haven't lost. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Okay, the correct move for sure. I think this here, though, is very dangerous because how does he defend it again? He doesn't, and I think I win material. Or she. Very well could be a she, being a Llama Lover. I gotta say them. They can't defend it again. It's physically impossible. And it's still pinned, so he can't even initiate the trade to start. So we're going to start with the knight, I think. Yeah, because then if they do take and I take, we're looking at the rook because it's a check. Very scary hours. I could castle, but I'm in no threat whatsoever with how strong I am and how developed I am in the center. Their best bet is probably to castle, if I'm being dead honest, and lose this trade, but I think they're going to try and save it. They're really thinking here. I mean, take the L, castle, and live to fight another day would be the play here. Because there's just nothing. This guy's trapped. This guy's trapped. It's on a dark square, so you can't even. This guy's trapped, and I don't know what this knight's doing, to be honest. It's dead anywhere it moves to be smart. So I think you take the L. Because at least it doesn't lead to a check. This is nasty now, though. If he doesn't take it, which is hilarious, yeah, it would have led to that. So I honestly probably should have led with the bishop and then that, because that's a nasty fork. Can I find it again? Oh. Ooh, the bishop on both the skewers is nasty. Now, I think we castle to just play it safe, because once again, he can't really, it takes a lot of moves. I could take for sure. We just take. The only thing is by taking that, because he's most likely going to move in the next little bit, I think I'm going to castle. How does he, and I could castle on this side, opposite side, to make it, but then it's a little exposed. And if I castle this side, if he jumps in here, it is a little dangerous. So actually, I think we're going to start with this. I don't mind the bishop, just because the knight down on this square after a castle, targeting that with the queen already looking at it, is pretty nasty. Oh my God, he's pawn pushing. Is there anything better? You just freeze him and then pop it out and defend both. Fantastic start. Have the music. Yep, that's probably your best move. Let's get the rooks connected. Castle now. I'm under no immediate threat. Bring this back, I believe. I can always tuck back here. I think we just look to trade now. I'm being dead ass. I don't know why I said that. I think we're just going to play it safe and force a lot of trades. Rook next. Play defensive. Look for another win. Loving this smooth jazz. I just put on popular tracks, so it's just a wide range on this royalty-free music app. Okay. We're just going to look for a rook trade. Keep it simple. If you were to ever move this up, it is a check and a free rook anyways. So I could have. All right, well, we're just going to take. I would love that square. Just do me a favor and give me your queen now. Just keep everything buttoned up and stay on dark squares more than light ones, and we're laughing. So now the fun part about this, I can just attack immediately, because if he were to take, I take. If he pushes forward, I just take. So it's a fun one. You can't take, because then that's a hung queen. And I'm going to strengthen the center. Push my way up. I think he's looking for a queen take here, so he can swoop in with the bishop. But we're watching. We're looking at threats. Watching the diagonals, looking at the whole board, not rushing. And we got a resignation. Very respectful resignation. I would have played that out against me. 100%. It's game review again. This might be the last one of the day. Got to hit the gym.
You had a nice tactical find in this game.
88.
Let's review.
With black. Not a single miss, blunder, or mistake. Wow. And then look at the, I don't know if you guys can see. You can't see the bar, but it was just from the get-go. I just held on to a steady beat and just suffocated and moved forward. 76% is solid out of Llama Lover. Just 2 mistakes. You can't make mistakes against me. 1800 is wild. Let's see, because
The English, nice. Taking time to prepare before put knight c3 develop. Your move puts a pawn. Your opponent. You are bringing your best move was to prepare a bishop for development.
So this was an inaccuracy. Didn't want me moving that up. But then it just opens up the center.
They had a better way. Develops the bishop and supports the center. This move doesn't hurt you much, but it doesn't help either.
All right. Well,
this move, you are threatening. They overlook. You are threatening to win a rook through an eventual fork.
The valuation in the game, black's had a huge advantage.
Your opponent, by threatening, they castle, taking that, recapture. You recapture. Your opponent, nice vision, a straightforward. Good job. A clear recapture. A clear recapture. Their pawn attacks your queen. You calmly step the queen. This move left their pawn. You missed winning a pawn. The pawn slips. A good choice to move. From this outpost, you found this central challenge.
Now, what do I say? Now, because we're up so much,
middle.
We're still pretty good on time. We were even. I'm just looking to force trades.
You fight against the opposing rook for the open file. Their piece, you are a straightforward. Nice move. Defending. Well done. An excellent move.
I'm taking excellent.
I like their choice. You take back.
And they resign. respectfully. That was a fantastic game. Not even much to review with how buttoned up that game was. We're playing well. Do I want to keep it undefeated and call it there? Kind of want to play one more. Shout out to Llama Lover for the game. We should get white. Brazilian, Ricardo Haimar. I'm on the attack early. People are scared to lose their bishops in the castle. Oh, he took with that one, which is very interesting. It's probably the worst one you could take with. I guess it opens up this as well. I want to threaten with this. We're just going to play it smart. Create a square. He's not going to take that. He's going to run. He wants this, sure. Let him undouble if he wants. Now, I think it's queen. Because he can't attack me. It would have been if he could just push forward. We're going to grab another double. Or at least this was just an opening, but now let's get the knight out. Both knights out on advantageous squares. A little more open. You just hung that, which is amazing. I don't know what that play was. Couldn't go better. Yes. I don't know if we're just playing great chess or getting lucky here, but that was almost too quick that I want to play another one now. Oh, phenomenal stream, man. I'm not even going to game review that one just because, I mean, I kind of wanted just to see my stats. I know it was, I don't think a single mistake again. Back to back. This might be in the 90s because of how short the game was.
Way to go.
86.
You took the advantage when you saw your chance.
No mistakes, no misses, no blunders. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't need to review that, but let's just see. Phenomenal stream, man. Nothing but wins. Nothing but wins. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from Slim Pack. 9, 10, 11, and 1. Oh, no, never mind. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 2 in my last 17 games. I think we're going to call it there. Stay on top. Stay undefeated for the stream. Shout out to people who tuned in. You might have learned something today because I learned a lot. And the main thing I learned was game review every game. Every single game. Instead of just jumping and tilted into the next one. Playing upset. Trying to get those points back. You learn the little mistakes that you make to not make them in the next one. Phenomenal undefeated stream. I want to say 7 or 8 in a row. Didn't lose the entire hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, big thing to take from this is just game review. Don't play upset. Because even if you game review a great game, you can see the little inaccuracies and small mistakes you made to just play even better and even more defensively sound and even more suffocating on checks and captures. And so just really pay attention. Shout out to people that tuned in. I learned a lot, so I assume you might have learned a little, at least. Have a wonderful Thursday, and stay safe out there, people.